That was weird. That was really weird. But what's up, everybody? Jolty8 here. And, yeah. So, in this video, we'll be going over a PDA Robin League, the National Dex League, and, like, the main, thing for the PDA. And we'll be going over our draft analysis. So, let's just get right into this. Hopefully, nothing cuts out, and we're all good. So, we just have to scroll through all this. Okay. So, with my first pick, I had the 15th out of 16th pick. So a lot of things went before I wanted. I wanted a lot of things, and I wanted to try a lot of different and new things. But a lot of them went before I could pick them up. So like I was waiting, and then I saw that a certain Pokemon was still on the board, and I was like, this should already be gone by now. And it's surprising that it's still here, and it's a very useful modern draft league. I picked it up once before, and that actually I recorded that whole thing, and it is up. But I used it once before. I didn't do great with it because it was forced into a role that it's not its role. So returning to the squad, the Jinx Jolts is Mew. So Mew was still there at like in the 15th pick, and I decided, hey, I'm gonna pick you up. I picked it up first in the PBA season 3, and basically that was my first draft league, so I didn't have the concept of like draft hazards. So Mew every week was my spikes and stealth rock setter. Then after a while, I just started running transform and prison every week. Just because like someone showed it to me and I thought that was so cool, so I just started running it every week. Yeah. So because it's 15th out of 16th, I didn't have to wait a while for my next pick. I just had to wait for the 16th wheel to go, and then it was back to me. And I was like, hey, what can I pair with this? Mew's really good at utility. And then and I didn't know what to pair with this. Like I had no idea what to pair with this. So I went to Blau and I was like, hey, Blau, he's the season 1 and season 2 champ of the PDA. What is good to get with Mew? And he said, well, in PBA season 4, I drafted a Sermon with Mew, and then if you draft a third, and it works really well together because Mew fills the utility role, and this mon is very like kind of one-dimensional in what it does. It just hits hard and hits fast, and then you can kind of back it up with either slow special support or slow bulk or slow utility for sticky webs and stuff like that. So I decided, hey, I'm gonna pick this mon up, and I ended up getting Mega Aerodactyl. Yes, this is a mon returning from NDA. This is basically our comfort draft. Like most of the mons we're picking, we have used before, but I love Mega Aerodactyl in season 1 of NDA. It was just amazing. It hit hard. It was fast. It I brought it like every week. Dual Wing Beat was just such a good improvement. I don't like how it misses a lot of its moves, but with but now I don't really need to run Dragon Dance anymore because I have a Weber. I think with Mew now, I think Mew gets Sticky Web, so Mega Arrow can kind of do what it needs to do. Yeah, Mega Arrow can run Home Claws. I can get a sub up. I can like run sub roost dual stabs, and that will work just fine for me, I think. And next up, I was thinking, what do I pair with this? And then I saw that we have a lot of weaknesses, like Dark type. That was a big thing, and Rock, Dark, Rock. Those are like some things that I was looking for. And we had a lot of weaknesses. And then I was looking up, hey, what defensive typing can resist a lot of these things? And I was like, Water Fighting is a great typing to resist what we're weak to. And so I was looking to pick up Urshifu Rapid Strike actually, because Urshifu Rapid Strike works better with the speed tiers, because Urshifu Rapid Strike is 95, Mew is 100, and then goes up top to 150. I didn't with Mega Arrow. I didn't plan on like closing the speed gap between Mega Arrow and Mew. I just thought I'd let it sit there for a while because like what's in that speed tier anyway. And but then Urshifu Rapid Strike went third, like third round, like early, and I thought, ooh, that's early, and I was gonna pick it up early, like third round on the back end, and but someone picked it up actually third round, and I was like, oh, that's weird because I was gonna pick it up, and I guess they had the same idea as me, so I was like, okay, what's the other water fighting? And then that brought me to Keldeo. So Keldeo is more points than Urshifu Rapid Strike. A part of the reason I wanted Urshifu Rapid Strike is because it's speed tier and because it's a lot less points, so my points wouldn't be shot. I'm like already half done my points after 3 Pokemon. So I took Urshifu Rapid Strike. It's a good mon. It gives me some special offense. So now I have Mega Arrow for the physical, Keldeo for the special, and then Mew can fill a Sticky Webs role, a bulky role. It can fill any role now. It's not forced into any. Like the only thing it is forced on with this three core is basically a rocker. It's forced into a utility role at this point, and I'm fine with that because I don't need it to fill any other role. A utility mon is fine because I have Mega Arrow hits like a truck. Keldeo has great sub calm mind potential, and like I've learned a couple of things. Like I learned how to optimize EV spreads. Like Mons don't need 252 modest to attack Mons. They don't need it. You can calc like literally. You can calc. Hey, how much do I need to kill this at this percent? Like after rocks or something. If they don't have great defoggers or hazard removal, I've learned a lot, and yeah, I'm excited to use Keldeo. I used it once in a speed tour, and it was amazing, and I'm excited to use it again. Oh, again, all these I've used them before, and I like them, so they're coming back. Next up, what did I pick up next? So like next up, I was trying to find some. Uh, okay, so great. So basically, I was trying to find something that like, so we're weak to grass right now. Keldeo's weak to grass, and then we're double weak to electric with the Mega Arrow Keldeo. So I was like, hey, we're weak to grass and electric, so what do I grab that can kind of help with that? And I decided to grab an OG from season 1 of the PDA, Amoonguss. So I drafted Amoonguss. I think it's very good with Spore Synthesis for Generator. It can switch out, and I can get like a Spore off, and it helps. Like again, it helps Mew can now like kind of diverge from the bulky role because I have Amoonguss to fill it, and then Mew can fill a utility role with Hazard. So like now, Mew has its set role. It's not forced into that role because it's not pulled in so many different directions because my team has all that it needs. And yeah, Amoonguss and then Amoonguss Mew, I think is a very good defensive combo as Mew resists the psychic types. That's it. That's like all my defensive combo is. Next up, I was like, I want a dragon because my experience is that low tier dragons, I hate using low tier dragons. I want my dragon to be pristine. I want it to be like 9 points or over, or I'm probably not gonna like it because it has to be a good dragon. So I decided, let me take up my dragon now. I'm going to use a lot of points, but I'm going to have to just deal with it. And I ended up taking Haxorus. So I've never used Haxorus before. This is the first one I've never used, but it seems fun to try. It has a massive attack stat, and it's weak to Fairy, Ice. And Fairy types we got with the Moongus, and Ice types we got with Keldeo. So I feel like those can work around very good together. And I just feel like this mon can blast through a lot of things right now. And I really, really, really like the mon and like what it can bring. Like it's a strong physical attacker, so it takes the stress off of Mega Arrow some weeks. So Mega Arrow doesn't always have to come to be that my strong hitter, and that means that Mega Arrow sometimes can be my rocker if I need it. And that means Mew, if it doesn't have to be my rocker, what Mew can now be a lot of different things. It's not like this is what I'm saying. This draft, I was focusing. I'm drafting Mew, and I'm gonna make it so all my spots are filled. that I don't need to get Mew. I don't need to force Mew into a roll. But like now, with my next pick, I was like, okay, I have Mega Arrow, but Mega Arrow isn't a reliable rocker. I'm not running rocks with Mega Arrow every week. Some weeks I'm gonna need Haxorus and Mega Arrow to be offensive, and I'm gonna need Mew to be offensive as well. So I need to get a reliable rocker for one, and two, I can't run Defog on Mega Arrow and Mew every week. I'm gonna need a reliable hazard removal. So I took one of the best out there and got Donphan. So Donphan is great. It's a ground type with it has very good physical attack and it has very good physical defense and it has stealth rocks and rapid spin. So now I can run Donphan if I need to remove hazards, and I can run Donphan if I need to set hazards up. And that's not like I don't have to bring Donphan every week. If I don't need Donphan, I can bring Mew. Mew can set up my hazards. This might not happen a lot, but Mega Arrow can set up my hazards if needed. I'm not always bringing Donphan, and that's just great to me. And I kind of like it. Rapid spin is great. I think there's some strong physical attackers, and we're kind of edge quick at the moment because you have Keldeo, sure, but Keldeo can't take all the hits, and Amoonguss is decent, but it doesn't resist either. So I decided to take Donphan. It's very good, and it can help that. And next, I was like, I also don't like low tier fairies. Like the only low tier fairy I would get is Florges, if you even count that as low tier fairy, and Aromatisse. But and I realized I need a dark, and like not some measly run of the mill dark. I need a dark that helps me from Shadow Ball spam, because Shadow Ball spam is tough for me right now. And like sure, a normal type would be great, but like there's no normal fairy aside from Willy Tough and Mega Audino. But I already had Mega Arrow, and I don't really like Mega Audino. I mean, I don't really like Wigglytuff because it doesn't really have the stats for me. So I was like, what am I gonna pick up here? So I decided to pick up Grimmsnarl. So Grimmsnarl, it's a new Gen 8 mon. I've never used it, but it has good attack. It has the prankster ability, so I can get light screens, reflects. I can thunder wave things. And I feel like it'll just be very useful. I can put an assault vest on it and run physical attacking that can check the shadow ball. Like some weeks I could run light screen to check shadow balls and then spirit break to lower the PP of the shadow ball spammers. So I feel like that would be really useful. It also sets up light screen and reflect, so I can go into Keldeo, get up a substitute, and they can't break my sub because of the screens. And then I can just set up a few calm minds. And then if they have no physical attackers left, then that's kind of just a GG at that point. And Keldeo's fast. It doesn't need no sticky webs or thunder wave support. It doesn't need all that. And next up, I was realizing something. I need to get my cores. So I have my fire water grass core. I don't have that. I have Keldeo as my water, Amoonguss as my grass, but I need a fire. Then I was thinking I need a ghost type because a strong physical attacker right now could just wreck my whole team, like just brrr. And then I was also thinking I'm a physical attacking team right now. Mega Arrow, Haxorus, Donphan, and Grimmsnarl are all physical attackers. Keldeo and kind of Mew being the only special attackers. So I was like, hey, what am I gonna take? And then I decided on the best fire ghost special attacker out there, Chandelure. So I decided to take Chandelure. I feel like it's very good. Speed tier of 80, so it helps my speed tiers a lot. And then it just hits massively hard. It's also another sub user, along with Keldeo's massive virtual attack, and I feel like it's gonna be doing a lot of work for my team this season. So I'm gonna really like using it. And we have 13 points left, and as you can see, we're gonna get 3 more mons. And you may be asking, Ooh, 3 more months for 13 points. That's like all 7 tiers. And you're right. And then you may be asking, hey, doesn't Fair just run through your team aside from Among Us? And you're right. So we need to add a steal. And what steal type did we end up taking? Well, we picked up the Reggie himself, back from NDA to pair with Mega Arrow. No, Reggie still got sniped along with Magnezone, which were my picks and backup picks. So we took budget Magnezone and got Magneton. Yeah. It's decent, has good special attack, but mainly what we're going to be doing is slapping an Eviolite on this thing and just trying to put it in place of fairies and scare things out with like flash cannons from a 120 base special attacker. Just really going to be a blanket check, can't really heal itself with anything, which is kind of bad because it's supposed to be our check, like our blanket check steel type. Most steel types don't have good recovery, but like most our defensive checks don't have really good recovery right now. But yeah, Magnezone, it's a good special attacker. It gives us our steel. Wait, yeah, our steel fairy dragon core along with our ground electric ghost core. I think that's core. And yeah, at the moment we were sitting pretty, but we did have 6 more points left to spend, and I wanted to use those because at the beginning of the draft, like right up until like at pick 5, we were just drowned in points. Like I mean, not drowned, but we we were drowned in debt, you could say, because we had like no points, and I thought it was all over. So I decided, hey, I'm gonna use these points to get some good low tier mons. And the next mon, I wanted a Wish Passer. And I was like, and I wanted a Wish Passer that was a normal type, and I was like, I think Kangaskhan's a Wish Passer. Let me take that. Kangaskhan was taken like round 8, so I wasn't able to get that. And I was like, all right, I think Ardino's a Wish Passer. I mean, no, and I think Licky Licky's a Wish Passer, so I went to Licky Licky, and that was taken. So I ended up taking Lickitung. Why didn't I pick up Audino? I don't know. I had the points. It was right there. Well, I do not know. We got this fat thing with a tongue. Am I gonna make changes to this team? No, because I already have the perfect name in mind for him, and I'm not going to let that name go away. So I'm just keeping him. This is our Wish Passer and our main knockoff. Get ready to be licked, competition, because you're going down. And for our final pick, I wanted this Mon ever since I saw Snom evolve into it. I wanted this majestic being. And we were weak to ground and ice. We needed a special defensive check. And we decided to take the goat, Frostmoth. The real reason I took this was because my highest base Bedefmon was a Mew at 100. And yes, Frostmoth's Bedef is 90, but Ice Scales have the damage from special attack, basically making Frostmoth's special defense somewhere around 180, like 170, 180. Basically by just soft checking the math stuff. Yeah, and yeah, that was the last pick. I decided to take it. This is our team. The PDA, the Jinx Jolts are coming into the PDA, and we are going to have a good. We're gonna try to do our best here. So yeah, thank you for watching and goodbye. Now let me make the grand escape to put this out. Ooh, bye guys.